Hello everyone, this is Collar of Sublime Trading. We specialize in helping high salary earners and CEOs get consistent returns in the stock market using a simple trend following strategy in just 60 minutes a week. So in today's video, I'm going to take you through our analysis and exactly how we approach the market. So we focus mainly on stocks. We do cover other markets, including Forex and commodities and also cryptocurrency, but our main focus right now is on stocks. And the stocks market is moving right now. So we want to be alert and ensure that we are fully prepared to take opportunities as soon as they become available. And they are presenting themselves right now. So I'm going to take you through a few charts. We're going to start with the S&P 500 index, and I have 4 stocks on the list, which includes Nvidia and Meta. And then we're going to have a look and see what percentage of the stock market is trading above the 200 simple moving average, because that's a great gauge to see if we are in a strong bull market or not. So let's jump straight into the charts. The top left hand chart you can see is the monthly time frame. The top right hand chart is the weekly time frame, and this long chart stretched along the bottom is the daily time frame. So on the monthly, we have these two lines. So the green line is last year's high and red line last year's low. So these are strong support and resistance levels. And on the weekly time frame and the daily time frame, we have the moving averages. The weekly has the 50 and 200, and the daily has the 20, 50 and 200 simple moving averages. So let's open up the monthly time frame. If we just look at the monthly here, we can clearly see, I'm just going to draw your attention to this low from March 2009. This is at the end of the market crash between 2007 and 2009. So price has been in an overall bull trend ever since then. Yes, there have been areas of consolidation and deep declines against the trend, but price ultimately resumes the long-term bull trend, even during this decline. So this decline was back in February and March 2020. So price declined from $3,391 to a low of $2,209. And this was during the COVID pandemic. And price still recovered, even though we had a strong, sharp drop during this period. Price recovered. And if I just measure how big this move has been, it's recovered and moved to the upside to the tune of 120%. So nice recovery, and we're now in the phase of another correction. So price declined from this high in January 2022 to this low in October 2022. Price declined from this all-time high at $4,821 to a low of $3,492. And this was a decline of 27%, and so far price has moved up from this support level by 23%. So 23% moved to the upside so far and counters. The price does, if you just look at the overall trend, we're likely to see the resumption of the long-term bull trend. The confirmation would be a move above, a trend above this all-time high, but as you can see, price is already starting to form a trend. So we are still placing positions. We are placing positions because there's enough room for price to move before it hits this level of resistance. Because remember, if price hits this level, we could see price move sideways, so we could see a long-term consolidation form. So we just need to make sure that we enter positions now so that we have enough room to make profit in case price does decide to reverse around this point. But if it trends above this point, then we're likely to see a long-term trend form above this level. So if we look at this candle, this is the monthly time frame. So this candle is June's candle. We're not even halfway through the month and already seeing a nice sized bullish candle in play. Last month was an indecision candle. You can see not much happening there. There was a move to the downside, a move to the upside, but price ultimately closed around the open for the month. But the momentum has picked up again this month, and now we want to see price make its way towards the all-time high. Looking at the weekly time frame, we also have trend filter colors here on the weekly and daily. So the green, we want to see green candles when we are in a bull trend. So majority of the candles we want to see green. So similar to this period here. So June 2020 and January 2022, we had predominantly green candles here, so indicating that a bull trend was in play. Red candles indicate a move to the downside or a bear trend, and grey candles, we usually see green, grey and red when price is in consolidation. So price actually is in consolidation right now, which is why we're seeing a mixture of trend filter colors within this zone. But if a trend does continue to form, then we should mainly see green candles going forward. And we also may see some grey candles because we're likely to see some pullbacks along the way, which is where we see the grey candles form. So what we can see here is price is above the 50 and the 200 simple moving averages, and has been moving to the upside after finding support at the 200 simple moving average back in September 2020. And that's another thing to note, is that the 200 simple moving average is likely to hold as a strong level of support in an uptrend. And usually when price veers far away from the 200, we eventually see move towards the 200 because this is the comfort zone. This is where price usually comes to when it moves too far away. So we had this correction from January 2020, which I mentioned on the monthly time frame. Then price came down to the 200 simple moving average, found support, and has since started to move back to the upside. And if we start to see another trend when price moves above the all-time high, eventually it will come back down to the 200 simple moving average. Looking at the daily time frame, the bars here are green. Price is above the 20, 50 and the 200 simple moving averages. So let's recap. The monthly is a long-term bull trend, and we're seeing a bullish candle in play for June. The weekly is also displaying green candles and above the moving averages, and here on the daily time frame the bars are green as well, and price is also above the moving averages. So although price is in consolidation, there is a trend forming here. And if I just zoom in a little, we can see there was also a gap up on Friday. So last Friday price gapped up, moved sideways through the week, and then we saw a move to the upside. Price actually gapped up on open, but as you can see, the price is now starting to decline. Let's see how the market closes by the end of the trading day as we go into next week, because that will be very important. If we have a bearish candle, then we may see a pullback to support before we see a continuation. But if price closes bullish, then we are likely to see the bullish momentum continue as we go into the next week. So S&P is looking really interesting, and this gives us an indication where we are in the overall market. Because we are looking bullish on the S&P, we're likely to see strong stocks in the market, and we want to invest in stocks which are outperforming the index. And the way we identify that, so if we look at the S&P, it's below the all-time high. So we're looking for stocks which are trading above their all-time highs and are already in the trend. Because if you look for stocks that are outperforming the index, if the index is moving, those stocks are likely to perform a lot better. So let's look at the first stock on the list, which is Nvidia. Now Nvidia has been in the news a lot lately because of all its connections with AI, creating chips, and we are seeing a strong move to the upside so far. So if we look at the candle for May, we have a strong bullish candle. And if I just zoom out, this is the largest candle in this stock's history. This stock may be a close contender in April 2020, but this is a bearish candle. But May was a very big move for this stock, and price also created record highs. So the previous all-time high was set back in November 2021 at a level of $347, and price has now moved above that point and also moved above the $400 round number, creating a peak at $419. So far for June, because there was a lot of momentum last month, the momentum has slowed down this month. We are seeing an indecision or reversal candle at the moment, but we want to see things pick up. If not, then as we go into July, we want to see a continuation to the upside, because this stock does trend really well. So if you can catch a trend in Nvidia, you're likely to make some good profit. On the weekly time frame, the bars are currently green. Price is above the 50 and the 200 simple moving averages, and similar to the S&P, we can clearly see here price has used the 200 simple moving average on the weekly time frame as support a number of times. The most recent time was October 2022. We had a huge decline, so price from this all-time high, price moved down by by 69%, found support around this zone, and then started to form this pattern of higher highs and higher lows as we saw a trend emerge to the upside. Now let's have a look at the daily time frame. The bars are currently, well, this candle at the moment is grey. Last few candles have been grey because price is starting to move sideways, but majority of the candles from October have been green because we have seen a strong move to the upside. And notice that there's a gap up here on May 25th. This was due to earnings, so positive earnings took price out of that large area of consolidation and out of consolidation, and the price then went on to create new all-time highs. And as usual with gaps, we tend to see either a decline, we tend to see price come down to fill this gap, or in some cases we see an area of consolidation before we see a continuation. So right now we're just seeing an area of consolidation. There is a low. This low is from the gap up candle at $366. So if we have a breakdown below this level, then likely price will fill this gap before resuming the overall trend. But price is holding around $400, which is also acting as resistance. But if this area is broken, and if the all-time high is broken, then we should see further moves to the upside in Nvidia. And it's still at the early stages of a potential trend, so do keep the stock on your watch list. The next stock is Hubble. On the monthly time frame, the long-term trend is clearly bullish here, and we have a strong bullish candle in play for June. So price is now trading above $300 and looking strong right now. On the weekly time frame, the bars are green. Price is above the 50 and the 200 simple moving averages. And here we can see price has been using the 50 simple moving average as support. The recent contact made with the 50 simple moving average was in April. So middle of April, we had a bounce of the 50 and a strong move to the upside following then. Price hasn't yet pulled back, so we may be due a pullback soon. The next time frame is the daily. The bars are green here, indicating a bull trend is in play, and price is trading above the 20, 50 and the 200 simple moving averages. So a nice clean move to the upside, a nice linear move, and as mentioned, we may see a pullback. Price could come down to the $300 rounds number or even the 20 simple moving average. Either of those levels are good, and if price does come down to one of these levels, it will still mean that this linear trend is intact. We just want to keep seeing a pattern of higher highs and higher lows. So the next stock on the list is Errors Management. On the monthly time frame, remember, sometimes you're not going to see major companies in our list because the major companies, most of them have run out of steam, so we're likely to see opportunities in stocks which are not really heard of. So in this case, Errors is on our watch list, and I'll explain exactly why. Price is in a long-term bull trend, has been in a trend since January 2016, and that was a low of $10, and price created an all-time high in November 2021 at $90. Then following this long-term trend, we saw a decline which turned into an area of consolidation. Remember, the bigger the move, the longer the period of consolidation to follow, or even the bigger the correction. And in this case, we had a big correction, and also vice versa. The bigger the area of consolidation, the stronger the move in the direction of the breakout. So because price is broken out to the upside, we're anticipating a strong trend also to the upside. And June's candle looks strong right now. It's trading above the previous all-time high. The next level of resistance is the $100 round number. On the weekly time frame, you can see a closer picture of this area of consolidation. Remember, when we see a mixture of trend filter colors, green, grays, and reds, it indicates an area of consolidation. And price is now broken out of consolidation, and this week's candle has closed above this level, so we're likely to see further moves to the upside. On the daily time frame, the bars here are green, and price is above the 20, 50 and the 200 simple moving averages. And now that price is above consolidation, so consolidation high is around this point, what we need to see to confirm a bull trend is a further move to the upside a pullback above consolidation to find support above consolidation, and then we want to see a breaking close above another high. So that will indicate a pattern of higher highs and higher lows, and we'll confirm this has not been a fake breakout, because remember, when price breaks out of consolidation, it could be a fake breakout. We could see price pop up and then move back into consolidation, but by waiting for a trend to emerge first, it confirms that this is unlikely to be an area of consolidation. But the $100 round number is not too far above, so ensure that you can become risk-free before this point. And the last stock that we are going to look at is Meta Platform, so the company that owns Facebook. So we're looking at the overall trend first. The overall trend is bullish. We then had this very deep decline. So we had an all-time high at $384 back in September 2021. And from this high, price declined by 77%. So a very large decline, and price found support around this $100 round number area. But then after finding support, we had a move to the upside. So price has now moved up by 202%. So mainly bullish candles along the way from this low back in November 2022. We had an indecision candle in December last year, and so far this month we are seeing an indecision candle. But remember, we're still early in the month, so this candle could change form by the end of June. Let's see how it closes. If it closes bullish, then more than likely we're going to see further moves to the upside. On the weekly time frame, the bars are green. Price is above the 50 and 200 simple moving averages. And on the daily time frame, a nice linear trend is in play, where price has mainly been using the 20 simple moving average as support. A recent pullback is moving towards the 20 simple moving average, where it may hold as support again. And as long as it does, as long as this linear trend remains intact, we're likely to see a resumption of the long-term bull trend. So a break and close above this high from June the 6th at $276 will confirm a bullish trend continuation. So Meta is looking strong, hasn't created new all-time highs, but it's still forming a nice linear trend within this, if I just open up the monthly, beneath the all-time high. So if it does continue to rise, the next major level of resistance is last year's high, so the high for 2022 at $343, and then we have the all-time high at $384. Now lastly, we are going to look at the percentage of stocks that are trading above the 200 simple moving average. So if I'll just bring up the daily time frame so we can just see where it stands. So right now, the percentage of stocks that are trading above their 200 simple moving averages stands at 51%. So a nice climb. We want to see it over 50% and rising. So if you look at where it was towards the end of May, it was around 38%. So only 38% of stocks were trading above their 200 simple moving averages. It's now increased to 51%, which is a positive sign that we are in a bull trend. And as this continues to rise, we will see more stocks enter our watch list, because it would indicate that more stocks are trending to the upside. And as we see more stocks trending, more stocks are likely to break out and offer us opportunities to enter, because we mainly enter breakouts when price moves to the upside, pulls back and breaks and closes above a previous high. It confirms a bull trend continuation and also offers us opportunities to buy into that asset. So we're constantly waiting for breakouts to enter into only the highest probability opportunities. Remember, we're not going to take every breakout, only the stocks which are outperforming the index. So I hope that helped you all. If you like what you've seen and you want to be alerted to all of our videos as soon as they become available, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel, as we will be constantly bringing you updates in the markets. We cover, as mentioned at the start of the video, mainly stocks, but also Forex and commodities, and also cryptocurrency. So remember, don't forget to like, subscribe, and have a browse through our channel. You will find some videos that will be very useful and will help you along the way in your investing journey. Okay, see you all on the next video.